Hello everybody, Joseph Smith at Travel Tax. Today is April 5th, 2020. I want to briefly go over the economic impact payments. These are better known as the stimulus payments that started rolling out a couple of days ago actually, that are part of the legislation in the last couple of weeks that has passed in response to the COVID pandemic. Now, what are these payments? Well, the media is not really getting this right. It's actually a sort of a complicated credit that has been implemented. And the media has somewhat misinterpreted a lot of how this is being rolled out to taxpayers. But what it is a payment to every individual in the United States, $1,200 per person, and then $500 for each dependent. Now, this payment is actually a credit for 2020. In other words, when we file next year in 2021 for the 2020 tax year, there is going to either be an additional form or some part of the tax return that we claim this credit and also disclose the amount we have already received. Now, what do you mean by already received? This is a 2020 credit that is being paid in advance based on your 2019 tax return. And if you have not filed your 2019 tax return, it will look back one more year to 2018. And if your income qualifies and it's below the threshold before this starts to phase out, you will receive a $1,200 per person, $500 per dependent payment. And it will initially go to the direct deposit account that you used when you last filed, assuming you got a refund. Now, if you have changed your bank account recently, they will use whatever bank account you use for your 2019 return. But if you have changed it recently, the IRS is going to come out with a website in which you can direct them to send it to a new one. And we somewhat expect that to be coming out this week. Now, this is where the panic comes in. A lot of people have not filed 2019 returns, but they have filed 2018 returns. And if the income threshold or the income on the 2018 return isn't high enough to phase out the stimulus, then if that bank account is correct on there and you have already filed your 2018 return, you have nothing to worry about. But if you have not filed a 2019 or 2018 return, you want to get that filed, because chances are you may not get that stimulus payment until we file next year and reconcile the payments you've already received with the credit that is due to be issued for the 2020 return. And let me just do that all over again, just in a more simple manner. It is a 2020 credit. You file for it next year, but it's being paid in advance based on your 2019 return, and if you haven't filed a 2019 return, based on your 2018 return. Now, there are income limitations with this. And if you go to our blog, you can go to our website and link right there. I have a whole discussion on these stimulus payments as well as the income thresholds. Basically, if you're single making $75,000 or more, or married filing jointly making $150,000 or more, then the stimulus begins phasing out for each dollar above that you make. So go to our blog, look at the information that we have here. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can be kept up to date on any developments. And before I finish, for our clients that are on the front lines, our staff, our office is praying for you and your safety, and we applaud your efforts as you care for those that are impacted by this pandemic. Let's hope and pray that it passes quickly. Stay safe, And we will talk to you the next time.